Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for my 30-week bump date. So this bump date is actually gonna be probably a little bit longer than most of the ones that I've done, only because I feel like I have a lot of information this week, especially because I had my first hospital scare last week. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about that, talk about baby, insert some pictures of our 3D ultrasound because we finally get to see what baby girl looks like. So let's go ahead and get started. Today is Tuesday, June 11th, 2019, and I'm currently 30 weeks, 1 day. Let's see. So my current weight has not changed from last week. I am still 136. So I've still only gained about 16 pounds. But let's go ahead and get into what happened last week. So I did my hospital tour on Tuesday, and I'm pretty sure that I filmed my 29-week bump day on that same day. I explained to you guys how awesome it was, how beautiful it was, how I got to pre-register and do everything. So that was really, really cool. And then I posted it on Wednesday, I believe. And then Thursday, so I live in Florida, and obviously we have something called hurricane season here. And hurricane season has definitely already started. I believe it started like June 1st or something like that. So hurricane season is already here, so it has been super, super rainy, like thunderstorm rains for the past few days. And on Thursday, it was pouring really, really bad. Now where I work in an office and I work at an apartment community, and how it works is the nearest bathroom is located by the pool. So I have to leave the office. It's still under a roof, but I have to go out of the office and go to the pool restroom if I want to use the restroom. So it was maybe like around 5:30, almost time to go home. And I went to the bathroom and I ended up slipping and falling inside of the restroom because the floor was wet from all of the rain. I didn't hit my belly, luckily, thank God. I fell on my right side, like on my butt and on my leg, but it was a pretty hard fall. So, I mean, yeah, I wanted to go to the hospital to get checked out. Obviously, I did. I did my incident report and everything, and I called my doctor's office, and they said they think that it's best if I go to triage and just get myself checked out, just because I am already in the 3rd trimester, and a lot of times with falls, even if you don't hit your stomach directly, a lot of things that they want to look for is just no signs of placental abruption or internal bleeding or anything like that. So I left after work. I left at 6 o'clock. I got home and we were at the hospital by like 7:45, 8 o'clock. And it's, like I said, it was nice that we had done all of the pre-registration and stuff, because I was able to just go straight to triage, and all I had to do was show them my little card that they gave me, my ID, and everything was super smooth. I didn't have to fill out all of this paperwork and everything, so that was nice. But yeah, basically they had me they were gonna monitor me for about, I think, 4 or 5 hours. And the whole time that I was in the hospital, I was having contractions. Now, I think I mentioned last week that I have been having a lot of Braxton Hicks contractions, or at least what I thought were Braxton Hicks contractions. But while they were monitoring me and the baby, they saw that my contractions were pretty consistent. They weren't painful, like obviously I felt them, but again, I thought they were Braxton Hicks. But no, they were definitely contractions. The nurse showed me the monitor. I was having them every 2 to 3 minutes for about an hour, and then after that it was like every 2 to 5 minutes. So they were pretty consistent, and they were a little bit worried at first. They checked me. My cervix was high, closed. That was good. They did an FFN test. Ooh, I forgot what it's called. I'll probably put it right down here. But basically it's a test where they like swab your cervix and see if there's any type of like, I think it's like a protein or something that your body releases, that they can kind of test for, and it'll determine if you'll go into labor within the next 2 weeks. They did that test. It came out negative and everything. So that was good. But mind you, I got there like around 8 o'clock, and by 11 o'clock, I was still having pretty steady contractions. So they wanted to admit me and keep me overnight just so that they could continue to monitor them, make sure that they weren't making any type of progression or anything like that. So that's what they did. They went ahead, they admitted me, and they actually gave me a beta shot. So the beta shot is basically just a shot that they give you, and it's supposed to help with the baby's lung development, just in case she were to be, or if the baby were to be born early. It kind of helps with the lung development, because at this stage, basically they're almost fully developed, just their lungs is the last thing that they need to develop. And if she were to be born early, they would rather her have that than not. So it was just a precautionary thing, but I'm grateful that they did it. Honestly, I think the hospital did an amazing job with treating me, and everything that they did, I felt super comfortable, and I'm just so happy to be delivering there, because I really do feel like I'm gonna have a great birth experience no matter what happens. But so yeah, so they kept me overnight, and again, they saw from like 8 to, I want to say maybe like 1 in the morning, my contractions were steady. Like I was having contractions between 1 and 10 minutes. Like it would tamper on. Sometimes they were 2 to 3, 2 to 5, 2 to 10, but I was having pretty consistent contractions. Again, they weren't painful. Like they felt pressure some, but they weren't painful at all. But my stats were good. Baby stats were good the whole entire time, so that's good. Babe, I'm filming a video, so stay there. All right, so my stats were good, baby stats were good, which is awesome. And then the next day was Friday. So on Friday, they basically told me that they wanted to keep me another day. So Friday morning, I want to say maybe like around 5 to 7 a.m., they saw that my contractions were picking back up again pretty regularly. And oh, I forgot to mention, I was not dehydrated. They had me on like 5 bags of fluids. Like I was constantly on an IV. I was constantly being hydrated. Like it's not because I was dehydrated. They even gave me Visceral, which is supposed to help like I guess relax your uterus to help calm down the contractions. That did absolutely nothing. So yeah, they did give me Visceral, and they did give me IV fluids to kind of see if that would help, and nothing did. It just continued to contract. So then the next morning on Friday around 7, between 5 and 7, I was having steady contractions. Again, they gave me more fluids, and they basically told me that they wanted to monitor me just one more night, just to see if this was a pattern of my body or if it was a result of the fall. So I stayed there again all day Friday, basically hooked up to to 2 monitors, one for the contractions and one for baby's heart rate. But I was laying in a bed all day. It was super not fun, but it had to be done. So everything was good. And again, I was just having intervals during the day where I would have steady contractions every 5 minutes or so for about an hour, 2 hours, and then they'd space out. 3 or 4 hours later, I would have another bout of steady contractions. They'd space out. So yeah. And then Saturday morning, they basically told me that I was good to go home. You know, they had monitored baby for 2 nights. They saw that she is doing perfectly fine. They saw that I was doing perfectly fine. And they basically just told me that I'm having preterm contractions, and that it's kind of just going to be a new symptom for me, because there's not really anything that we can do for that. They actually think that it might have started before I even fell. Obviously they're not 100% sure, but they are like, you know, it could be that you've been having them and you just thought they were Braxton Hicks, but they're actually really contractions, because they're coming on a little bit stronger and a lot more consistent than Braxton Hicks should. So yeah, I've been diagnosed with preterm contractions at 29 weeks pregnant. But again, I don't think it's anything to worry about. They did check me again one more time before I left. My cervix was still high. It was still closed, so that's great. Oh, and I do want to mention they did give me another dose of the Visceral on Friday to see if that would help. It didn't do anything either, so they kind of just figured that that's just what my body was doing, which is perfectly normal. You know, like I said, there are just certain things that you can't prevent. You can have the most healthiest pregnancy of all time. You can eat good, you can exercise, you can take your prenatals, you can do everything perfect and still develop high blood pressure or gestational diabetes or anything like that. Why? Because it's just the way that your body reacts during pregnancy. It's not your fault. The only thing that you can do is try to take care of yourself as best as you can and trust the process. But I have decided, because I think I mentioned before back in my 25-week bump date that I started taking the red raspberry leaf tea. I've been taking it once a day, and I was planning on taking it once a day until 30 weeks. At 30 weeks, I was going to start 2 bags a day, and then at 35, I was going to start 3 bags a day. And basically, the red raspberry leaf tea kind of just it doesn't put you into labor, it kind of just prepares your uterus for labor. It helps strengthen your uterine muscles to make your contractions more effective. But it doesn't put you into labor. I just want to make that clear. Obviously, do your own research, speak to your physician before trying anything, which I can say that I did. And I have made the personal choice of not taking the red raspberry leaf tea anymore until I hit 36 weeks. So once I hit 36 weeks, I will continue to take it. I'll probably start back up with about 2 bags a day, or 2 servings a day, and see how that goes. But that is just a personal choice for me. Again, it's not proven that this is what made me have contractions. My uterus is just a healthy uterus, and I mean, I haven't taken the tea in the past, today's Tuesday, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, in the past 6 days, and my contractions have been the same. So it's not like they've really gone away just because I've stopped drinking the tea, but it's just, yeah. Another thing, so that was my little hospital scare. I'm good, baby's good, we're both very healthy, and they don't think that there's any sign that she will be coming too much earlier than what would be necessary. So she might be born before 40 weeks, but they don't think she's going to be born too early. So that's good. Let's get into symptoms, because I feel huge this week. I literally feel like I blew up, and it's crazy because I just feel like she's so low. Oh, baby is head down now, which is good. They did confirm that. Excuse me. They did confirm that, so baby is currently head down, and I definitely felt when she shifted, because you just feel totally different. Before, I felt big, but now I literally can't breathe. It's rough. I feel like I can't bend over. I feel like I can't breathe. I feel like I can't do anything, because anything I do is just squishing her, and I just feel like she's so low. But yeah, she's head down, and that's good. So let's hope she stays like that and doesn't turn back around. As far as symptoms go, I have developed, I think I mentioned last week that I was having back pain, and I'm still having back pain specifically at night and specifically when I lay down. But it has gotten a lot worse. It's not just a little bit of an achy pain anymore. It's literally, I can't move for at least 5 minutes until my body rests before the pain even starts to go away. It just hurts really, really bad. It doesn't hurt during the day, but at night it's unbearable. Obviously I'm not taking anything, but whatever. Another symptom this week is heartburn. I have started to develop heartburn, which is not fun at all. I actually have it right now. I had it last night while I was laying down in bed, so that's not fun. I'm peeing every 2 hours in the middle of the night, which is also not fun. It's so annoying to get up, pee, come back, try to find a comfortable position, try to fall back asleep. It's just a hot mess. and my hair feels amazing. Like, this is not a bad symptom. I feel like my hair looks and just feels so amazing. It feels so thick. It feels so like just soft and voluminous, and I love it right now. And I feel like I recently noticed how nice my hair looks, and obviously how long it's gotten. Like, it's pretty long. Let's see what else. 30 weeks. I had my doctor's appointment today, which I had already originally had, but there wasn't really much to go over. I just asked him some questions about labor. We went over my birth plan, which I will be doing a video on. I'll probably film it today as well to post it this week. But we went over my birth plan and everything like that. We didn't do an ultrasound, only because they did, I guess, the same kind of like ultrasound that he was gonna do today at the hospital. They did one where they measured her, took the amniotic fluid, saw like, how much she was measuring and everything like that. They determined that everything is good. But because obviously it goes through insurance, he's like, I can't really do another scan for you today, because they already did one at the hospital. So I asked him if I could do an elective ultrasound, because I really wanted to do the 3D, because he does it at his office, but obviously at the hospital they're not going to do the 3D, and they also didn't give me any pictures or anything. So I asked him if I could do an elective ultrasound. He said that's perfectly fine. So we actually scheduled that today after my doctor's appointment. We went in the afternoon, and I'm going to go ahead and post some pictures right here of the baby. And that was just such an amazing experience, being able to see her. Like, I feel like I still just don't know what she's gonna look like, even though I know what she kind of already looks like. The technician said that she has so much hair, like she looks really, really hairy, which I don't doubt it. Like, I'm very hairy, her father's very hairy. She's gonna be a hairy baby for sure, like for sure. But he said that she's got a lot of hair on her head already, which might be the cause of my heartburn, because I think that's actually been scientifically proven, but I don't know. Let's see. Ooh, I got my little bassinet. You actually can't see it, but that's what I have you guys on right now. So at work, I actually I won like a contest, and I had a $300 gift that I could choose, and I chose the bassinet, the Halo Swivel bassinet. And I have it right here. I'm super, super excited to like put it together. Obviously, I'm not gonna do it right now. But yeah, it's super exciting to have that. I think I mentioned in my last video that we will not be having her nursery in the room. We will be having it outside of the room. But yeah, after the baby shower, I'm going all out. I'm putting everything together. I'm gonna start working on everything. I finally finished. Well, I'm almost done. I already have all of my cloth diapers. I just need to finish getting like a few little things, and I am gonna do a video on how I plan to cloth diaper as a first-time parent. I'm gonna let you guys know exactly how much I spent on everything, so that you guys can see the cost of cloth diapering. But yeah, so I'm gonna go over all of that. And I bought this super cute thing. We bought the crib mattress today. I bought this thing at Target. It's so cute. I feel like I'm a little too late in the game to do it, because it's like, where you measure the weeks and then everything, but whatever. I'll just do one every week or every 2 weeks from here on out. Yeah, that was only like $3. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the bump shot. Alrighty guys, so that is it for this week's bump date. I know that it was a little bit longer than my normal ones, but I hope that you made it to the end, and I hope that you continue to follow my journey to meet little baby Iris and start our journey as a family. We're super, super excited to meet her, and it's just getting so real now that I am, less than 10 weeks away from meeting her possibly, and we could we couldn't be more excited. I have a lot of cool videos coming up. I feel like I say this every video, but you know, I plan to do my birth plan video, my cloth diapering video. I do want to do like a little nursery reveal. I do want to do a baby shower haul. So all of that is going to be coming up soon, and I hope that you stick around to watch it. Please subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.